Hi everybody, Craig here. Welcome back to the Battle for Wesnoth campaign, Eastern Invasion. In our last episode, we continued making our way through Scenario 15, and we've now got our troops in position to begin attacking another of the enemy bases here. You can see we haven't yet made visual contact, but we do have virtually all of our troops here gathered to make this assault. We have our core group here that are still, in really good shape. They've all pretty much fully healed, minus Grug here, who needs a little bit more. But we also have some additional units coming in. We kind of got split up a little bit just due to some straggling units and whatnot. But we also now have our merfolk units who are going to be able to join the party, as well as we've been able to link up Owiek and his group, which includes this halberdier. And so that all of them are going to be able to kind of converge together and hopefully make it possible for us to kill what we already know from previous comments is going to be a skeletal dragon. Now, before we jump into the episode proper, I did just want to give a couple of quick shout-outs to a few individuals who left some excellent comments on the previous episode. The first of those comments is from Ratched Nuruddin. Now, Nuruddin pointed out that I had sort of misinterpreted his previous comment, and so please check out the most recent one there just to kind of see a few of the things I could have perhaps done differently. The one point I did want to mention is that Nuruddin is pointing out that once I trigger these ambushes, and we've seen them quite frequently, right? Usually it's in these marshy tiles, these swamp tiles, and we step next to it and then units pop out. But typically when we trigger the ambush, once we've kind of initiated it in a given area, that area is sort of going to be then relatively clear afterwards. It's not like they're going to continue regenerating or anything like that. So that is kind of encouraging, meaning that once you've kind of stepped on the landmine, there aren't going to be more landmines once you have stepped on all the landmines in that area, so to speak, right? Now, that doesn't mean, though, of course, that we can let our guard down, because obviously we've seen that there are still plenty of units that will be triggered that can roam. And so a good example here, these ghouls have moved. We saw it actually when we were back over here. We triggered a number of ghouls up here, if I recall correctly, with our fencer, and then they came down and attacked my units all the way down here. So once the units are kind of activated, they will start pursuing my troops. So we just have to remember that as well. Another comment here is from Caden Rivers. Caden pointed out that he hopes that this current episode is going to be the last for this scenario. I'll do my best, of course, to get through it as make as much progress as possible. But I did just want to mention, I am trying to work with limited recording time, and so I'm doing my best. And sometimes I take a little bit too much time sitting and thinking, so I'll certainly do my best here to try to keep things moving along as quickly as reasonable without rushing. As always, guys, a huge thank you for the excellent comments and suggestions. Extremely appreciated. Let's jump into the episode and see what we can do. So again, we have to decide now what we want to do here. Do we want to just trigger this and see what comes, or do we want to wait a turn or two to let our units kind of group up? We've got a few options here, and I mean, I don't think any version of that is going to be necessarily wrong. One thing that was pointed out by Ratch Nuruddin actually is that I could start trying to trigger some of these ambushes. Like for example here, I could take my halberdier and just kind of go into some of the swamp here and see if this triggers anything. And I suspect it probably would. That being said, I feel like when this triggers, it's going to, all of them are going to... we saw with the first one when we attacked over here, we did see that when this enemy commander was revealed, it triggered all the potential ambushes in the area, and they all came at me, along with the units that the enemy commander recruits. So we know that that's going to happen, and I mean, I could go on this little, alerting mission with my units, but I'm not really in a good position to do that, so I think I'd rather almost just wait and trigger it kind of naturally and see what happens. Maybe that's not the right move, but I think that's probably what I'm going to do. I mean, we could do a couple here. Let's see. Okay, well, there's one, just as an example. We'll step down and see if we can get rid of this. Nice, good kill, and a level up for our bowman. I think we'll probably do just more hit points at this stage. That seems to be the one I go for virtually all the time. And then, yeah, Gweddry, we do want to keep nice and healthy, so I think maybe we'll just kind of keep advancing here. Our white mage, of course, can advance, which I sort of forgot here. So why don't we maybe even just go down here, like this and like that. Grog himself can even move down here. Okay, I was just seeing if anything would trigger on this side, but looks like no. Well, that's nice. At least we got rid of another potential poison-inflicting unit. I think what we do, though, is with these two, we leave Dason here for a bit more healing. The Rune Master, we can get a little bit of healing from Dason. The big thing, of course, is we need to get this Mermaid Diviner down to the village that's here, or to a village over here to cure that healing, or cure the poison, I should say. I think we'll probably just go to this village here. That's the best option. And then in the meantime, we're going to keep moving this citizen to try to get to the front lines. I think we'll leave Owiek and our Halberdier where they are, just because they're sitting on those villages. And we'll end our turn there, assuming we don't have any other pressing movement to make here. There's that ghost stealing our villages again. Oh, that is so annoying. Good thing we didn't get poisoned there, I guess. Gweddry took some nasty damage. Good thing, of course, is we're going to cure this poison right off the hop. So yeah, it looks like we have, and this is kind of what Nuruddin had pointed out, we have, like, generally when you trigger an ambush like that, you get 4 units that come out. You get a ghoul, you get a soulless, and then you get a couple of walking corpses. And that does generally seem to be the case. Of course, the other issue is it is now nighttime, which is going to make this harder. So what we could do here is perhaps wait one more turn. There's now a walking corpse coming this way. Like, this is just so frustrating. Yeah, you know what? I think Dason, we could probably just get over and blast him here. Alright, good. And then we'll keep moving down this way. Our Paladin can cruise up to just try and catch up with the main group here. And I feel like our Rune Master can start advancing as well, but I think we probably want to stick to the Diviner to get a little bit of healing going first. So now over here, I'm thinking maybe what we do is we just go in for the Great Hammer attack. Nice, and we got it. That's wonderful. Okay, so next turn we can send Owiek down to join in with the group down here. We do have to kill this guy, which unfortunately we didn't get that finish with our bowmen. So I think what we'll have to do instead here is move Gweddry on down, perhaps, to try to get the finish. Because, of course, Gweddry does have that ranged attack, so see if we can do it. I don't want anybody getting poisoned. Oh, that's so annoying. Well, now it's really unpleasant. I think we'll maybe use Kruta then. Nice, okay, we got the kill. So we'll go here and like this. Okay, we can see a ghost. And then I think next turn we'll trigger the dragon here just to see. I'm not looking forward to that, admittedly, but we do have to get it going, so we can always pull back, right? We could pull back even to the river if we had to. There's also an oasis here, which I believe does act as a healing site. So we have that to potentially fall back to as well. Surrounded, of course, by desert sand, but I think that's good. It's nice getting that bowman leveled up. There's that ghost again. They are pretty darn efficient at stealing villages. And our gold situation is just abysmal. So really, I think our best bet is to go for the early finish bonus as much as we can. Alright, so now it's time to just start moving these two up. The nice thing is, now that it's dark, if we trigger this in the next turn here, then we'll be able to pull back a little bit, and by the time they get to us, it should now start to be daytime, which would give us an advantage, I think. So, let's see, how do we want to There, that's what we're looking for. Lich, you do not belong here. Leave, or I shall rend you. Is that an undead dragon? Dear light, raising such a powerful thrall must have been no small feat, even for a necromancer such as Mal-Ravenal. Even a living dragon is nothing but flesh. This feeble imitation lacks even that. Smash it to pieces. I warned you, Ravenal. Now burn. Uh-oh. Oof. Bone Shooter, I don't like the... Or Banebow, excuse me. Yikes, that's scary. Deathblade, yeah, so there's some pretty strong units. A Draug. Oy, this could get ugly. Oh, and now there's a Soulless coming down. Man, this just doesn't let up. So I think optimally we want to get in with our rest of our group. So we'll go down here. There we go. So for now, we're kind of just going to wait for them to step out. We want it to become daytime, like I said. I think probably the best spot to fight would either be we try and get into these mountains here, the hills, or we let them come in the open here and we fight kind of from this... there's a bit of a natural bottleneck right here even. We could try that. I don't hate that idea. So if we kind of go like this, and then we pull back enough to kind of form a solid sort of defensive perimeter right here. Yeah, I like that. I think that's a pretty good spot to kind of let them come this way. Meanwhile, our Halberdier and Owiek can kind of hold the line over on this side. And we can always kind of shift up if we need. Plus, we have reinforcements coming in. So I think that's going to be pretty good. We'll end it there, and let's just see what the onslaught looks like coming out from the enemy base. Man, that ghost is just one by one going through our villages. There's that darn poison again. Alright, well, we might even just have to leave our units where they are, just so that we... I'm just curious here if I step out. Yeah, he can take the village, so we're going to undo that. I think we'll just stay where we are and just fight them as they arrive. Over here, let's just go for some hits. Dang, I was hoping we wouldn't get poisoned. That's too bad. But yeah, I think letting them sort of forcing them to come to us this way is nice because we have the sort of the optimal position here, whereas they don't. We might even sub out Grog for Kruta just because Kruta does have Steadfast. I think we'll do that here. Let's go kind of like this. Just rotate it a little bit. Very good. Alright, now we can keep moving up this way. Right, and then we will go into the swamp here. Our Diviner can stay put for another turn or two just to get some health back. And then I think we'll go from there. And like, again, I'm pretty content to let them come to me. I don't see any reason to jump out and get too overly aggressive at this point. I'm hoping the dragon will step out shortly as well. Okay, good hits. Oh, and look at this, a ghoul coming out behind us. Man, oh man. Our Halberdier is going to be in rough shape here, I think. Holy, look at the number of enemy units. This is unbelievable. That Banebow is going to be extremely dangerous. Yeah, I think this Halberdier is in over his head, admittedly. Okay, we'll try a Great Hammer shot here. No luck. Okay. Meanwhile, back here, now we've got this ghoul. I mean, this might be an opportunity here to try and get a kill even with our citizen, but let's just go with Dason and get the pretty much guaranteed kill here. Oh, interesting. Well, we did not get the kill. We'd have to hit all three to get the finish, which is unlikely. Boy, that is really annoying because now someone's going to almost definitely get poisoned. That said, I'd be less upset if the citizen got poisoned because we have the opportunity to potentially evolve here right away. So one more, if we can survive the next batch of attacks, we will evolve, which would be wonderful. I think we'll just keep moving up with the Rune Master then, like this. Okay, now down here, Grug is in pretty good shape, but did take a little bit of damage, so we might want to swap him out just temporarily even. Maybe we rotate him with Grog here. You know, the other option is maybe we... you know what? No, I was going to say we could pull back one more, but I think we stay put where we are. One thing we could do is move up with our Bowman and try to assist our Halberdier a little bit. That said, this Bowman is pretty hyper-valuable because of that longbow attack. I think keeping him back here is not the worst thing ever. And that Draug is going to step up and attack pretty heavily. We might end up losing our Halberdier. Like, he's going to be kind of hard-pressed to stay alive over there by himself. We needed to not get poisoned so we could get some healing. That's annoying. I mean, we might get poisoned again anyway, but still. Okay, so let's rotate Grug out of there just for now. Let's see now. Who do we want to replace him with? I'm thinking probably Grog steps down. Let's see what... Alternatively, we could go up with our Bowman. I don't hate that idea. That would pretty much guarantee us the kill on the Revenant. The only problem becomes then, like, this Deathblade could just annihilate him, right? That might not be the worst thing ever, though. He's got enough health that I think he can tank it. So let's try that. Are you serious? We missed every single shot. We had a 60% chance to hit, and we missed all of them. Boy, that is just, like, brutal. Okay, we'll go there for the healing. And then I think what we'll do is we'll just sit and we'll let them continue to advance towards us. We just have to thin them out and hope for the best, really. I don't see any other option here. All right. God, this feels awful. Okay, there's the dragon himself. Ooh, look at those attacks. That's gross. I was really not expecting that. So now Dason is poisoned, which is, like, awful. I was hoping he would attack the citizen, really, but... Oh, man, and now our diviner is getting attacked. Okay, well, Oleak's on his own up there. Nice, good work from our Halberdier. Really good work getting some kills. That's exactly what we need. Excellent. Like I said, I'm anticipating that he's maybe going to get killed here, but so far he is putting in work. Excellent. Even if he does end up dying, he at least has thinned them out very, very well. Excellent. Getting rid of the poison there. Or the ghoul that can inflict the poison, I mean. There's another one we got to watch for here. Holy, it's just a never-ending flow of enemies here. You know, the other nice thing about having this unit up front is it enforces the illuminate effect. Oh. Okay, so we knew that was coming. As I said, I did figure that we were probably going to lose our halberd unit. That's such a frustrating turn of events, though. You know, I don't know if we can make it out of this one here. Like, just the sheer number of enemies plus all of these really strong level 2, level 3 units. And we know this dragon is just waiting there to do some heavy damage. We're in a really bad spot here. Alright, let's blast with light beam, get rid of this. Oh, this poison is going to make things so much harder. Okay, let's at least go up here, and then we can maybe start to get rid of the poison. We're going to have to get closer to the white mage to do it, though. And then this diviner, once we heal another turn, we can move up. Okay, now down here, let's start clearing things out. We might want to get our paladin, actually, to the front lines here a little bit. Okay, our bowman... Probably good idea to try and get rid of this Bane Bow if we can. Let's see, what kind of damage do we do here? Pretty good. Let's try with Grog to soften him up a little. I don't know why. We are having absolutely atrocious luck when it comes to our attacks here. Very, very frustrating. Like, look at this. We're just missing, like, a crazy. Okay, well, let's see if we can get the kill here with our... Nice. Okay, that went really well. At least the Banebow is now dead. I think these units are just going to have to continue to try to hold the line. You know, we could send Grug up here, but I feel like that is going to be a death sentence for him, even though it is daytime. Yeah, I think we just let this fall. I don't really want to risk it. I would love to kill this ghoul if we could. No, I was going to say, why? Yeah, and why would that ever work? Right? We have such terrible luck right now, and of course we got poisoned too. OEX actually in a pretty dangerous position now, because if any of these units move north to attack him, he could get killed. And he's penned in, he's going to get surrounded very quickly, so we have to be mindful of that. Alright. Oh, this sucks. Now the dragon's the one who took our village. Nice, getting that leadership benefit. I should get Gweddry up there to get more of that. And thank goodness we have our Mage of Light where he is. Yeah, all that poison's going to get cured except Dayson's right now. Nice, and that's going to trigger an evolution, I think. Yes. Oh, that's wonderful. Okay, so we've got a Brawler, which is an end stage evolution for this unit. Pretty good impact type attacks, but I'd rather have something that can potentially evolve. Could go for the Trident attack here of the Fighter. I kind of like the Hunter, though, because we get the ranged attack. And if I remember correctly, the Hunters can evolve into the unit that can throw a net and inflict a slowing effect, which is really good. So I think, despite having a bit less health, I think we'll go for the Hunter. I feel like that ranged attack's going to come in handy. It'd be nice if we were actually landing some hits. Like, my god, we have a higher chance to hit when they're in the swamp, and we're just having nothing. Like, it's almost... It's just baffling. I don't know what's going on. Nice work, Oiek, getting some kills. Of course, we cannot get rid of that ghoul no matter what we do. Okay, Grog is in desperate shape, so we need to pull him back immediately. Okay, so game plan is going to be we sub Grog out for the Paladin, I think. You know what, we can go here, and then we can throw some spears, maybe even get the kill if we land two. Nice, good work. Okay, there, the Hunter got a good kill. We have to remember our Rune Master has this Bane Blade, which of course is a bit of a liability. I'm even tempted to say we just drop it and pick it up later at this stage, really. I feel like that might actually be the better play. If we weren't fighting the undead, I would say it would be super valuable, but against the undead, it's kind of not as useful as I'd like it to be. Nice. Okay, there. Finally, we got rid of that ghoul. Alright, so our Diviner is going to start moving up. It'd be nice to have the extra healing, honestly. Okay, so, like I said, we want to switch this out. So we're going to go like this. Put the Paladin here. And then we can move down maybe with Gweddry and then get Grog in there. You know what, though? Actually, Gweddry we maybe should pull out because we need to get Dayson cured of his poison. We have to be a little bit careful because enemies can go there, but... so let's try and get rid of the poison as best we can here. Nice, okay. And then here we could attack knowing that we're probably going to get poisoned with Kruta. I think we just do it. Wow. Okay, frustrating, but we didn't get poisoned, so I guess it could be worse. Yeah, Yeah, let's maybe pull Gweddry back entirely. We'll go up there with Dason and just have to be a little bit careful, but nothing else can really get to him except this ghoul or this actually, yeah, pretty much just the ghoul is the only thing I'm worried about. So now one thing I suppose we could do though, this Bane Blade actually could help us ensure the kill on this Bone Shooter, which might be actually kind of worth it. Because this Bone Shooter is a big liability and very annoying. If we end up losing the dwarf, I'm not like devastated, although like obviously I don't want to. My preference would be to not. Oh, hang on though. We can just do this. That's way better. Let's do that. Go for the arcane sword attack here. Oh yeah. Excellent. Just massacred. That's perfect. Okay. I think that's pretty good, honestly. It's not excellent, but it's pretty good. And yeah, OEX in decent shape now. He's cleared everything out. There's no immediate poison risk to him. Obviously, the dragon could attack him and do some heavy damage, but if that did happen, we would just pull him back, assuming no more units come out of the swamps to surround him. So, yeah, I think that's pretty good. We're going to end it there. Oh, there's that ghost going for my villages again. Ooh, that sucks. Did not see that coming. So, yeah, Grog is desperately damaged. And our bowman is... Oh, if our bowman goes down, we're in big trouble here. And you know what? The skeleton could probably finish him off. Oh, that's gonna suck. Oh my god, he's still alive, but the skeleton could finish him. OEX in dangerous shape now, too. Oh my god, and now, yeah, he's getting attacked. Thankfully, he's about to level. Oh, man, and they're going for OEX. That's kind of scary. We have to be super careful because, obviously, the Drow can do a lot of damage, and we are shifting now to the evening. So we might have to just retreat back with him. Okay, so our bowman is on death's door, and so is... Grog back here. Now, thankfully, we have this diviner who's making his way up. Is going to provide that extra healing support. We desperately need it at this stage. I think what we'll do here is we will advance with our hunter and try to just finish off this unit to clear things out. So let's see if we can do that. Yeah, I mean, why would we have any success? We have a 60% chance to hit, and we miss all three. Yeah, that tracks. That makes sense. That's been happening to us a lot this episode, it seems. I mean, I guess it's sort of payback for some of the other episodes where we've had better luck. Still frustrating, though. Okay, we're going to pull our bowman back. We just have to figure out how to do it. It would have been nice to just kill this thing off entirely. Maybe we can get the hit with Grog, but like there's a big risk there that we could get attacked, and I don't want to even play that game. I do want Gweddry to be up front, and we have to remember that this unit has terror, which means that enemies in a 2-hex radius fight worse, unless you have Fearless. Of course, that only applies to enemy units that are of a lower level. So it's basically like opposite. It's like counter leadership, but if we have leadership in effect, it would balance it out. And now it only affects anything lower. So like Grug would not be affected because he's level 4, just like the dragon is. Whereas like most of my other units are level 3 and such would be affected. Dason is level 4, and so is Gweddry. But the rest of them would definitely be impacted. So I think maybe what we'll do then is we'll... Like, again, I do want to attack the skeleton dragon, but at the same time, I don't want to risk anything too crazy. I think what we have to do here is pull back with OEX just to be cautious. Like, I can't risk him getting killed. And if he gets attacked by all of these units here, we've got the Bone Shooter, we've got the Revenant, Deathblade, Draug. The Draug, the Revenant, and the Deathblade would be enough to kill him easily. Like, and then if that Bone Shooter gets in there, it's even worse. So I think we do have to pull back. We don't really have a choice. I guess we could try and go and kill this ghost while we're at it, maybe. There's another one. Oh, I forgot, though. We are about to level up with him. Shoot. Ah, you know what? It's probably still worth running away. Oh, yeah, and of course, didn't get the kill. Shouldn't be surprised. Only a 50% chance, though, so... okay, back here, I'm hemming and hawing. Now, the question, do I want to push it and try to get this dragon? I don't think so. I think we have to wait. I think we have to keep thinning out the enemy as best we can before we commit too aggressively here. So, maybe what we do then is we use Grug to get this kill. Actually, no, let's... I'm just trying to think what would be best here. Yeah, this is tough. Let's just get the finish with Gweddry if we can. There we go. Okay. Now, Dason is in rough shape, but he's not poisoned. I would like to get rid of the poison on the Rune Master here if we could. I think the best way to do that is to just sub him out. So, let's go back here, do that. We want Grog protected because obviously anything can get to him, he's dead. And we want our Bowman protected. He's on death's door as well. Actually, okay, you know what? We're going to undo that because we need our Bowman to be in... I think our Bowman is even more important than Grog, honestly, even though Grog is pretty important as well. Oh, you know what? Okay, here we go. We're going to go back there. That makes this easier. We're going to go like this and like that. And now we get the healing here, and we can come on back as things progress. There, that's pretty good. Now, we just need to figure out who we want to put right here. I suppose what we could do is just rotate. We put Grug right in the front. We might not have anybody standing immediately right there. That's probably fine. Let's see if we do that. So let's say we rotate like this. Yeah, okay. The dragon can't go past this swamp at this stage anyway. So that's fine. No one can get in here. Unless another, you know, unit comes out of the swamp or something, I think we'll be fine. Oof. Okay. That's going to about do it. Oh, that paladin's going to be in trouble here. And I'm just bracing for this. It's good work from Grug. Gotta clean things out. Man, and there's still more coming behind us. Jeez. Okay, unfortunately, Grug took a lot of damage. Man, this thing hits hard. Holy, and of course it's now nighttime, which is about the worst case scenario for us. What do we do for damage? I mean, not enough to really make a dent, which is frustrating. Yeah, this didn't really go the way I wanted. That's too bad. Feel like we might have to pull back. Kind of reconsolidate maybe over here. There's a bit of a natural choke point. Let's see, can we make it? But we can't make it back that far, but we could go to like here and kind of reform a fighting line up here or something. Maybe put our mage there. Yeah, go right here. And then reform a fighting line along this part. The nice thing, of course, is the dragon is currently in that swamp tile, which has a bit lower defense. Although, let me see. Maybe that doesn't even matter. Actually, no, it doesn't. It is 50% everywhere, so it really doesn't matter where we fight the dragon, where the dragon is standing. What matters is where we're standing and trying to optimize so we don't get demolished. Let's jump back up here. So Owiek now got a bit of a reprieve, which is good. We can cruise down here and go for the kill. Not get it, of course. We're one damage or one experience away from leveling up, which is good. Yeah, I think we probably should pull back because this dragon can inflict so much damage and it is currently nighttime. So I'm not very comfortable with how this is going at the moment. That said, we could also just commit really aggressively to this fight, but I don't think that's the right call. I think, like I said, I think we have to pull back. So we'll go here. And then our units up front are going to be Kruta. Oh, but you know what? That's a problem too. I was going to say that the problem here, of course, is that most of our units can't actually get all the way back. So maybe we have to stand more like where Gweddry is. I don't know. I mean, again, like, we want to group up around the white mage for the healing. It sucks because we're going to lose this kind of natural choke point here. And there's still a decent number of powerful units besides the dragon that can really hurt us. You know, okay, here's the other thing, though. We have this diviner who can also offer the healing support. So what if we go like that? We go right here. Everyone can more or less get back there. Let's try that. So, like, hypothetically, we go here. And now we pull back. And we have Fruta. Put Grug there. We need a big unit up here. So we're going to do the Paladin like this. The Bowman. I think what we do then is we go here with the Diviner. Bowman goes there. Yeah, this is working out pretty good. And then let's just see. Where can they move to? Okay, yeah. So far, we're okay. I don't love Gweddry being up there on the front line. I feel like that's not very safe for him. Our dwarf is the one who's in the worst, like, our dwarf is in trouble. And that's just because of that limited mobility. And I feel like we should probably drop that Baneblade or we're going to die. So maybe we pull the dwarf back. Well, let's figure out the rest of our units first. So, okay, so Dason goes here. And that's still out of attack range by a fair bit. Okay, can't really go there. What if we do that? Okay, that's still fine. The problem, of course, is Gweddry is in a bad spot. So now we got to get Gweddry out of there. So Gweddry maybe goes like this. Okay, here's what I'm thinking. So Dwarf is going to drop the Baneblade just so we don't end up in a Berserk loop. We can always pick it up again later when we need it. Our Merman Hunter's going to pull back a little bit. Ooh, could still get attacked in the swamp, though, and probably killed. So maybe we just pull back completely. Yeah, that's better. That's safer. It sucks because Gweddry's leadership is not really at play, but I can't risk him. So probably we're going to lose the dwarf. That would be my assumption here. I don't think there's really any other good... I mean, I guess we could try and swap him out with Kruta or something. But I'd rather lose the dwarf than Kruta or the paladin, so... Alright, we're going to end it there. God, and of course we're just getting more units coming out of the woodwork here. Oh, and I almost forgot about those units coming up behind. Jeez. Ooh, our poor paladin's gonna get smacked around pretty good here. Oh, jeez. Drow putting a hurt on us. If that dragon decides to attack, we're toast. Yikes. Okay, now we have to complete the fallback and go to here. This is going to be our kind of our Alamo right here. We need to stop this advance across the bridge too, because we have a poison applying unit coming as well. So yeah, I think we just fall back. We make a defense line here, and that's where we hold out, and we have then the swamps kind of around us for cover. Now here we have to just try again. Nice. Okay, there we go. And that should be a level up. Excellent, yeah. Let's just do the hit points. Honestly, just make him an absolute tank. I'm surprised we didn't lose our dwarf, to be honest. We did really suffer a lot of damage on the paladin, though, which is really not ideal. Okay, the road is going through there, and we've got swamp on either side. So I think we go like this with our white mage. That's really good. That's a really good spot to be. And then we just go, oh, that sucks. Maybe we can get the kill here. Nice, okay. Almost dead. We can work with that. We'll go here and get the finish that way with our spear. Yeah, I'm really glad we have the ranged attack. I think that makes this a lot more useful a unit for us at this point. So then I think the next move is going to be... Okay, dwarf needs to get out of there. We want Grug back and getting some healing, so we'll put him in the back line here. Grog is still in rough shape. Dason is still in rough shape. Man, like, yeah, we're in a bit of a pickle here. We're gonna need the diviner to help with a lot of healing, I think, here. Now, we could go over and do some light beam, but we're not going to get the kill, so it's not worth it. We can't risk our diviner getting poisoned again. I mean, I guess it wouldn't be the end of the world. It's just, it's super annoying when that happens. Okay, paladin, we need to get out of there for sure. So maybe we go... Again, we need 2 units here. So one of them is going to be Kruta, probably here. And then another tank could, I guess, be Gweddry there. I don't hate that. Don't love it, but I don't hate it. And then Gweddry goes there, and that locks in the defensive formation, really. And now they have to attack us, and it's going to be tough for them. I feel like then we maybe go like this with Dason. Try to kill that corpse. I don't know, though. Again, I want the diviner somewhere that's going to be actually useful. Like maybe we go back here. Although that redundant healing isn't really going to be of much benefit. We have to be careful because we really don't want Dason getting killed, obviously. We can't afford to lose him. And we do need to heal our paladin as well. I mean, paladin could go there and do some heavy damage, but that is a risk. Alright, you know what? If we do end up getting poisoned with our diviner, it's not the end of the world. It's just obviously not super desirable. Yeah, this is tricky because... sorry, I'm just trying to figure this out. The big thing I need to figure out is where to put the paladin and where to put the diviner. And also Dason. Like, again, we go here, we can probably just... Yeah, let's do this. We'll do this, we'll get the kill. Okay, there. Now we have to decide. Okay. Paladin could go right there, knowing we're going to get poisoned, but we will almost certainly survive it. Yeah, okay, let's maybe do that. And then we go here. And if this unit does go into the water, it is what it is. Yeah, now this could still result in us getting sort of pincered, but I think we're largely gonna be okay with this arrangement. It's not optimal, but it's not horrible either. Okay. So this dragon doesn't seem to attack. It just kind of imposes its effect, and then... like its terror or whatever it's called. Okay, at least the paladin's putting in some work. Man, those units just keep coming. Good kill from Gweddry. Uh-oh. Nice. Good counter damage, at least. Oh, man. Okay, we definitely have to get Gweddry out of there, because, of course, we can't lose him. He is our mission-critical commander, so... Okay, really good healing. We definitely need that bone shooter dead. Let's see. Grog is in rough shape, but is healing. The problem is we're running out of units with enough health to kind of be tanks on the front line. It's making this a lot more challenging. I feel like we need to get this kill here and not get poisoned. So I think maybe Dayson's going to be the one to do that. The nice thing, too, is it's about to be daytime. And once that flips over, then this becomes easier. We can fight this dragon a lot more successfully. One thing we could go for here, we could get real aggressive with our mermaid and try to just blast this Draug into oblivion. Problem is, if we do that, then we almost definitely lose our diviner. It's not a guarantee, but, like, it wouldn't be very good. Kruta can probably finish. Yeah, let's do that. Really good work. Okay, that's excellent. And Kruta's about to level up, too, which is very good. Bowman is getting better, but still not in amazing condition. So maybe we just get this kill here. Nice. Okay, and then our hunter could step up and help us out with the ghoul a little bit. I don't hate that. I don't love it, but I don't hate it. I don't really know. He's not going to be of much use anywhere else. Actually, hang on. He could go up there and put some good work in here. It's a bit of a risk for him because he could get attacked then by the Revenant and put in a really bad position. Plus, these undead could all group up on him, so I don't want to do that. Yeah, we'll go back this way and just soften this guy up a little, hopefully. Nice, okay. So now he's pretty much one-shottable. Okay, so we want to get Grog out of the danger zone. Because that right now, this Draug, Bone Shooter, the Dragon, the Deathblade could all get in there and hit him. So we need a unit here, we need a unit here. And like I said, we're running out of units that have enough health to actually be an effective tank up there. We might actually have to put our Diviner here and risk losing it just so that we don't... Oh, man, this sucks. This really sucks. Interesting, though, that this skeleton has not attacked so far. I wonder if maybe it's just going to keep using its aura and we can just avoid it hitting us directly. I mean, it'd be a big gamble because I have no guarantee that that's how it's going to work, but I guess we could use our Rune Master. He is more expendable. Like I've already said, I'm willing to lose him. So Gweddry, we need to get out of there. Grug is healthy enough that he could probably serve as an effective unit here, but again, I really don't want to lose him either. So yeah, Gweddry we're going to pull out. Okay, so I think what we do is we go Rune Master here. Maybe like this, and then Grug here. Like, again, I really don't love that, but at least it sort of helps. Hang on, let's undo a bit of that quick. Again, the other option is we just send our Diviner in, like I said, and we try and get this Draug gone. I mean, that's pretty much a guaranteed kill. We still have 50 health, and we're going to be... But see, there's all this melee damage that can be done, and that will wreck us heavily, right? Oh, that is... Oh, it's just... It's like... There is no kind of good option here that makes this, like, really seamless. Back here, we can deal with that, but... do need to kill this corpse. So whoever goes right here is going to kill the corpse. Okay. All right, we're going to stick with the original plan, which was we swap these ones out. We're going to put Grug there, and we're going to use Grug to get this kill, I think. There. Okay. And then we're going to put Grog here for the healing. Again, I feel like Dason could maybe... Like, Dason would be good to advance, but I need somebody to block them coming in here because they could just annihilate Dason. I feel like I do have to do this, but then it's basically I'm sacrificing the Diviner. which makes this like pretty much almost entirely non-viable. Okay, so then maybe what we do is we sacrifice the Rune Master by putting him here, but then we need somebody to fill this spot here. So it's like no matter what we do, we're in a bad spot here where we don't have enough. We just don't have enough bodies to occupy all the spots we need here. And I really don't want to lose the healing support. I almost forgot about Owiak over here. Actually, I kind of did, admittedly. Let's start grabbing villages. We can move down and grab that one next turn. Okay. Again, I'm hemming and hawing a ton on this, but I feel like this is pretty darn important to how the rest of this mission is going to go. So we could go here and then just hope that Gweddry doesn't get killed, I guess. I don't know. Again, I think that's a mistake because we can afford to lose one of these other units. As undesirable as it would be, it's not, like, truthfully not the end of the world. So this is probably a horrible choice, but... Okay, good. We got the kill. You saw the impact, though, of that terror. On paper, we're going to do 16 damage, but we only did 13. Okay, well, at least that kind of helps a bit. I think maybe we even go like this, maybe, I wonder, and just get rid of this unit here. Okay, there. That's at least a bit of an improvement. And then we can still swap Gweddry out. Like that, and put our Rune Master here. Yeah, again, this Diviner is almost definitely going to just get obliterated, but I don't think there's really anything else I can do. I needed something to change the balance there, and it's such a shame losing a good healer, but I need my muscle too, my upfront muscle. Okay, good. We're tanking the damage. Yeah, okay, this is what I'm afraid of. This is going to be death by 1,000 cuts as we get attacked by everybody now. Another poison-inflicting unit. My goodness. Okay, Kruta's about to level up. There it is. Oh, yeah, over 100 health. I love it. That's incredible. Okay, you know what? That's amazing. We're surviving. And you know, that impact damage is actually pretty good. I think I underestimated this Diviner. For a healer, just in there putting in work. That's awesome. Okay, you know what? I think I grossly underestimated that Diviner. That actually went way better than I thought it was going to, and it's now daytime, so we should be able to give it everything we got against this skeletal dragon. We do need to bail out our Diviner, though, because obviously we can't just leave him there to just get obliterated that way. But at the same time, we want to put this dragon down if we can. So I feel like the Bowman needs to maybe kill the Revenant. Although, hold on. Okay, if we can just... Ooh, that's pretty good. This bow attack, I'm sure, is going to be really effective against the dragon. Light Beam would do a lot. We need to thin this out so we can get in there and actually attack properly. We know this Light Beam is going to be very effective. Okay, so I think what we do is we pull Kruta back. And then it's... Oh, but this darn Revenant is part of the problem here. Makes this very complicated. I might send this, as much as I don't want to lose this Hunter. If we go on the village, at least then we are a bit more protected. Our defense is low. Although, hang on, we go here to the water. Ooh, I don't mind that. That's going to hold up this, so then we don't have to worry so much about it. Okay, if we go there, what happens? They can still move. That's annoying. Well, at least we can soften them up. Okay. Yeah, I needed to block their path. I probably should have gone on the dock or something. I almost forgot about Dason back here. So Dason can do some good work. I just have to be cautious because he doesn't have a ton of health. So I guess I have to really decide, like, do I want to put everything into killing this dragon, or do I want to thin out his units first and then try to kill the dragon? I feel like I really do need to probably kill the dragon as best I can. Yeah, these are like hypercritical decisions here, so I just really have to think about it. Okay, so I think what we'll do is we're going to, just looking at what the odds are of all these. Okay, we're going to move Kruta off and attack this skeleton here. Once we do that, I think then we move the white mage up, potentially, and blast here for some attacks that way. And then we move our Rune Master. Again, the Rune Master can do so much damage if we're successful with the hits. And it would be nice to get Gweddry in there to have that leadership bonus. Okay, let's try this part at least. We'll get Kruta out of there. Okay, that at least frees things up. Now we can get a unit in here that'll do way more damage. And that might even be the white mage, honestly. Oh, man, if we could just kill this guy, though. Oh, you know what? Here we go. Okay, this is the real gamble play. We go in, we use our longbow. And that's going to allow another unit to step in and then hit the dragon from over here, I think. Right? Pretty sure. Again, the longbow would be very nicely applied to the dragon, and there's no risk of getting attacked back. But... oh, you know what, though? This isn't the worst. And we're going to still have some health left. I don't hate that. I don't love it, but I don't hate it. It's a bit of a gamble. Let's try it. Oh, and I forgot that. Okay, good. We didn't take too much damage. Okay, now we can go here. Let him have it. Come on. Oh, man, we really needed more of those to hit. Now we could really lose our bowman for sure. That's a bummer. Okay, we'll go like this. We'll step up here with Gweddry to give that extra boost. Light beam. Excellent. Okay, that we needed desperately to work. And then, you know what? We could almost definitely get the kill here. Too bad we don't do one extra damage, but... Right, let's hope we land both. Thirst again. I warned you not to enter my lair. I am cold. Okay. Holy, that changes everything. So now that we were successful there, we can turn around and probably do this a lot safer. So let's do this. There, that gets rid of the biggest melee threat. Oh yeah, this changes everything completely now. So now we can just do cleanup here. Step over and get this kill with Grog. Nice. And then we want to get rid of the Bone Shooter, who's obviously dangerous for us. Oh, and of course, we miss every attack. So we've still got Dason, who can attack. We could go here. I mean, there's a chance we're going to take some good damage, but I think we'd be fine. Let's do it. Come on. Yes, there it is. Okay, I think we're still okay. Yeah, this should be fine now. And then Oyak can move down and grab this village. Holy, that was very intense. I mean, I think that went about as well as I could have hoped for, so we'll end it there. My poor hunter is just getting torn up in there. I don't know if we'll be able to save him fully. So if we go back here... Oh, nice. Okay, he can't get attacked there at least, so that's good. I think this is where we're going to save it, because now we've got 2 down, 1 to go. And we've got, what, just under, or a little over 30 turns to do it. So now we've got to push north and go up to this castle. And honestly, we are kind of low on turns, because, like, let's see how long this is going to take, right? So that's 7 turns to get to there. So it's about, what, maybe 10 or 12 turns to get to this castle. That only leaves us with, you know, about not even, what, 20 turns-ish to get that done. We're going to have to be very careful, and we're going to have to move quickly. So we will save it there. Call this, I guess this is now part 4, if I'm not mistaken. As always, guys, thank you very much for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next one.